this track.
I saw Nfro
Yeah, something like that. I think the audio is a little bit out of sync with the video right now. Or is that just me?
I don't know. I got
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try. Yeah, I think the audio is a little bit out of sync because we're using kingbean's audio. Is Nfro's audio usable? Can we switch to that? Also, holy the bitrate. That might just be my computer though.
no, that's
But they're looking very evenly matched so far. Wow. Nfro with a bit of a lead though.
it's looking real clean.
Wow, actually, kingbean is going to make up a lot of time here because Nfro is scraping and losing quite a bit of speed. And about almost a 2-second lead here, 1.5 seconds for kingbean.
It's a lot harder than going left.
Yeah, but it seemed to work for him. Excellent boost from Nfro, and I think kingbean as well, but he dropped a few frames. Kind of hard to see.
Nfro holding it over the line is very difficult.
hmm
Yeah, before the race I was saying I ban Aquilera's Classic because some of the guys in this tournament it's too good at it.
hmm I mean, I'm pretty decent at it, but oh, Nfro crashing. That's gonna lose him quite a bit of time. That's unfortunate.
Only a few seconds behind.
hmm It looks like what a 153 going into that tube there. So maybe a 15-second lead or 10-second lead for kingbean. It's more like a 8-second lead here for kingbean. That's not going to be easy to make up on one lap of this. Still an excellent boost out of Nfro, but also out of kingbean.
Yeah, if kingbeandip goes as it's going, then it's pretty much over, I think.
Yeah, their boosts are very clean though for both racers. It pretty much just came down to that death and slightly cleaner turns of the figure eight. Yeah, kingbean actually goes a weird way.
King so good at the
240.037. That is an excellent time for a
That's
race.
crazy.
Yeah,
Just dusting
247
it
of
out.
Nfro.
Yeah, and a 7-second difference. I mean, that's like a
Apparently
drive
that's
time for
kingbean's new PB. Nice.
Oh, oh gosh.
So let's see. Abyss is getting banned. Boon to Training is getting banned. MGS is getting banned.
All standard.
Yep. Kingbean takes the first race. And Kingbean thinking about what he's going to ban last. Probably one of the Barunda tracks. Those seem to get the most
Yeah.
attention for bans.
Grab Vinyl Fire Mountain Rally.
I've also seen a lot of people banning Gauntlet, but he's going for
Beatos.
Beatos. Interesting
That's
ban.
interesting. Yeah.
Although it is one that Nfro is comfortable on.
Ben's being
Ben is
banned.
getting banned. That's a good. That's. This might be
Also, it's
interesting.
pretty standard.
Yeah, I'm just reeling over the Beatos ban. That's interesting.
Yeah. Is Nfro, is he strong on Beatos, would you say?
I think he is. I didn't race him on Beatos. I don't think anyone has that I've seen. Maybe someone has,
Yeah.
but
That
he's
might be
he's
why.
he's definitely strong.
It definitely seems like a player ban rather than a safety ban, you know.
So King Bean here, banning Ondo Prime Centrum.
Also not surprising.
And Doug Derby, no Ben. So probably,
There we
I
go.
don't know, maybe Bullseye, maybe Mahonic, maybe Mars? Maybe Bulls? I would pick Bulls here because I'm just nuts, but Doug Derby has some turns on it.
I would guess Mahonic or Bullseye.
Mahonic is the safe pick. Bulls is the I'm confident in my ability to use the spacebar pick.
And this would be like the second time we've seen this track in the tournament. I hope Ace
Yeah.
is watching.
Looks like Nfro is going for Bullseye Navoir.
Ooh.
King Bean, calling Nfro a punk. Whoa. Over that Doug Derby pick. Apparently Nfro has been plotting to figure out which tracks to take his opponents on.
It's been
That's pretty.
practicing. Dirty practicer.
Looks like we are seeing a bullseye mirror. It's pretty standard.
Yeah. It's got a lot of turns. It's got a
Yeah,
probably the most infamous chicane in the game, I would say.
yeah. The big hairpin at the beginning as well is nothing to
Yeah.
scoff at. I don't know how it ends up with the French pronunciation. Um, but then the question must also be asked, why is English like galactic basic and spoken basically everywhere? So, I mean, just the artistic liberties we take, I suppose. Well, looks like we're getting underway here. And Bullseye, as Nfro would point out, is made of glass bones and paper skin.
Both of them looking real clean at the start.
Yeah. Some very, very clean racing out of both of them. Nice boosts. Almost a death from Nfro there. But they both look almost even. Tiny lead to Nfro.
See King
Yeah,
sliding
about
a little bit on
less
each.
than a second lead.
Just a bit of a slide on each corner helps you charge boost.
Yeah, King Bean is
A
still
lot.
on R20. That's gonna help here, especially. Nfro scraping a little bit, losing some time. So they're pretty much even. Nfro, the equalizer might be that engine, but he's repairing it a little
Yeah.
bit. This, yeah,
Bit of a slowdown.
bit of a 2-second lead here. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna do it for Nfro is that engine damage.
King's so clean. He's all green as well.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, Nfro, he doesn't want to lose this one because he not only doesn't have counter pick advantage, but also like this was
It's one
his
of his
pick.
stronger picks. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, he was saying he prepared for this track.
Yeah, but he's slamming into stuff. And what an excellent time. Was that a sub
Wow.
140? No, almost. It was 140.75.
140.7. Wow, that
Man,
was
a
such a
three
good duck
second.
derby.
Wow. That's one of those, it's like, it's a nice short track, but it is not a relaxing track. That is,
No. It turns everywhere. And anywhere can kill you.
yeah, the Malistaire tracks are all pretty short, but there
They're
were,
really technical.
yeah, they have some interesting maneuvers on them and spots you have to keep in mind. Like Malistaire 100 with its big
Yeah.
hairpin.
It's got the hairpin. It's got a lot of wines.
Hmm.
So where are we going? Ben and Ben again.
Also, a lot of people have been misspelling Bullseye, his real name. It's
Navoir.
Navoir.
Yeah.
It's Navior. I remember when I was
How's
a
he?
kid, I pronounced it Navier because I didn't know any better.
Do you know how the announcer pronounces it off the top of your
It's
head?
it's Navoir.
Yeah. It's so tricky.
Hmm. Yeah, some of these pronunciations don't make sense at all. But we're seeing the same thing out of Nfro, Ban Ben, King Bean Ban's Onto Prime, and we're going to Scrapper's Run.
Keeping it
That's
short.
gonna be fun. I like Scrapper's Run. That's how I won my last game. Did you see that one against David Stubbs?
I did not.
Oh, it's a
I must
good
have been
one.
asleep. I'm on like the other side of the world.
Yeah, that one went 5-4 though.
Holy.
Yeah, a lot of it was.
I stopped myself as swearing. We're good.
Mhm. Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
that was a sick race. You should go back and watch it. I think it was on Speed Gaming 2 or 3. I don't remember.
Yeah. Definitely on the menu to catch up with all the ones I've missed.
Mhm. But we're seeing Bulls on King Bean. That's a pretty good pick for scrappers, I think.
Yeah,
Nfro
if you can
sticking with
handle balls
Bulls.
here.
Yeah, it's not the easiest one to handle here, but I've done it and it's pretty
Yeah.
good. Well, I did it against Mikey and I lost because I was playing against Mikey, but
It's
you know, that's how that
I mean,
goes.
what can you do against Mike? He's too good.
Yeah, I kind of just rolled over and lost everything.
The balls isn't too bad here. There's only a couple of points where it's a bit moody.
Definitely not. I mean, he eats up the speedy tube. Like,
Yeah.
look at that. Dude almost broke
Just death
1100.
wall.
This death wall is really the only harsh thing. Yeah, overcompensating the death wall there. King Bean dies. Honestly,
Yeah.
the big harsh left turn isn't that hard because you have a long time to just hold spacebar leading up to it.
Yeah, you can build a bit of a slide in there.
Oh, and Nfro clips a wall there as well. That's going to even things back up quite a bit as they go into the big wall. Clean from King Bean. Nfro bumps it.
But he lives.
Yeah, King Bean
That
should be able to
corner,
take the lead here because of his boost.
the corner that Nfro bumped on is, it pretty commonly kills you, so the fact that he lived as a bullseye is something in itself, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's one that takes a bit of practice, and King Bean makes it
Yeah.
through without dying. Nfro follows suit. About a 3-second lead, 3 or 4 second lead for King Bean right here. And he takes the wall, the turn perfectly. Nfro also perfectly. But I
King,
think the equalizer here is King Bean's boost.
yeah, King's just looking clean overall, same as the
Hmm.
last race. Oh, as I
Oh, and then he clips out of the world. That can happen.
bit of commentator's curse.
But King Bean will maintain a lead. And I think he might have this one in the bag unless he messes up and dies. But Bulls is a very durable pod as compared to Bullseye. Well, everybody's a durable pod compared to Bullseye. Except for Nivaki.
It's looking like King,
And
just
this
in
might come
general,
down to the wire.
he's playing clean enough that he can get all
But
the boosts that he wants.
yeah, 205 coming out of King Bean, that's excellent. 208 coming out of Nfro, that's
208.
also great. But unfortunately, it's not to be.
You know, 3 second difference. He's playing bullseye. Still pretty good.
Yep. Bullseye is, I think, the safer pick if you're good with him. Maybe not on this one, though. There's only one bad corner. The death wall is bad for everyone. So
Yeah.
same bands, Ben, Auto Prime Centrum, and Nfro just gets to pick one of his tracks that he thinks he might be able to take King Bean down on.
Baru Coast. This should be interesting.
Mm.
I'm
Baru
assuming we'll
Coast
see
with Bullseye?
balls.
I didn't have a good time on Baru Coast with Bullseye. When you go back and watch my
Uh,
game against David, just skip that part, please. It wasn't good.
I gotta watch it all, man. I'm sorry.
Everyone rushing to pick Baru Coast against me.
Uh, I'm I'm assuming we'll see Mars from King. He was singing his praises a bit earlier.
Mm, yeah, if I were on Baru Coast, I would take Mahonic here. I think that would be a good one because there aren't, except for the beach, there's not really a super long boost. That's probably why Mars gets an edge here,
That's
is because of
true.
the beach. But actually, I was making the long jump on 60 FPS on R600 with Bullseye. So, like the long jump at the beginning.
Like holding the boost the whole way.
Yeah. Well, I crashed. I would have made it, but then I crashed and died. Because I don't know what was going on. I think I was just tilted at that point.
It happens.
Alright.
Yeah, Brew Coaster should be interesting.
King Bean's going for the R20, and he's pulling out
R20
Mars. Nfro sticking with Bullseye.
Yeah. It's definitely the safe pick. It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty hard to go quickly with Mars on Green.
Alright. Well, let's see if Nfro can keep his head above water here. That's a joke I should make on an Aqualeris track, but I mean,
Next
there's a
time.
beach section here, so I guess it works.
Did you know there's like a special water terrain? I found this out the other week.
Yeah, I assumed there was. I thought it would be, like, I think it kills you if you go in the water for too long.
It does it? Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know.
But
I haven't gone that
it's
far out in a while.
It super slows you down.
And Nfro hits the long boost with Bullseye. King Bee not going for it with Mars.
That's fair.
Yeah, Nfro was actually surprised when he saw me almost make the boost with Bullseye. He didn't know that Bullseye could do it.
Yeah,
But he
I wouldn't have
can!
expected it.
I didn't know that Bullseye was apparently not supposed to, so I did it anyway. Because I'm that cool.
I mean, sometimes that's
I
just
died.
how you gotta find things out, you know?
Yeah, the first lap I died right before it and didn't have the speed to boost across it. The second lap I crashed because I missed the thing. I tried to hold the boost for too long. The third time I scraped the wall just as I was coming off it, and I lost my boost just as I flew up.
You hate to see that happen.
Yeah, I didn't practice Brugos. But quite a bit of a lead for King Bean here.
Yeah.
Most of that can be attributed to the beach, which was a long boost.
Yeah,
For King Bean.
he's, again, keeping it pretty clean. I hate to sound like a broken record, but...
Yeah, I mean, oh no! He clips the left wall and his right engine combusts, because that's how this game works.
Never mind. Not bad.
Well, hey, 128 is not a bad first lap for Mars. About a 1
Yeah.
second lead for King Bean.
128 with a death, that's pretty good.
Yeah, if Nfro can keep this, keep it clean, he might just have a chance. Especially since King Bean's not going for the big boost.
He's not. I think it's the safe choice, though. If you can hold the boost and not land on that thing.
But now King Bean's gonna hold this long boost all the way through. And now he's got maybe a 3-second lead. Just off that beach.
No,
Alone.
you don't want to jump in this part. Because as long as you're on the ground, it's actually pretty safe. You're not gonna like die that easily. But if you hit the corners when you're in the air, you just die.
Bit of wall scraping coming out of Nfro. Something you learn to live with when you're playing Bullseye is your engines being brown. That's what happens.
It's just how it is. You just gotta be happy that you're not dead.
Yep. And a very significant lead for King Bean here. It was a 1 second difference, the lead for King Bean at the end of the first lap. But it looks like, yeah, 122 second lap.
Like a champ.
Yeah. So did Nfro, to be fair. Yeah, an extra 4-second lead for King Bean. So we're looking at a 5-second lead for King Bean. That's hard to make up here, especially against Mars.
I'd say it's a bit more than a death. Normally I'd say it's a death, but he has the advantage.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Nfro has been, I think, deathless so far. And King Bean has died once, and he still maintains a 5-second lead.
Yeah.
Very clean turns coming out of King Bean.
Not even touching the walls. That's real good.
Yeah, that's the R20 for you. If you can practice with it, make it work. Of course, your pod does feel like you're always on ice when you use it, but that's the price to pay for having a smooth, silky turn.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can get used to it, it almost doesn't even matter.
Oh, and King Bean crashing in the same spot he did before. Not quite gonna be enough to put him behind. So it looks like he will take this one, but
Yeah, the loss mitigated a bit by Nfro hitting the wall, having
yeah.
been there.
If King Bean dies again somehow, then yeah, he'll lose, but that's not gonna happen.
I'd say even at this point.
And a 4:18. That's a very respectable time. 3 warnings for Nfro. That's
Nfro,
bullseye for
please.
you. 4:25.
If Nfro was allowed to turn left at that point, he would have had a 100% forced left turn
Yeah,
because of his
that's
two red
4
boosters.
and 0. Looks like they might
He
be trying to go for this one sandage mirror here.
excuse me.
Who? Yeah, Nfro
This is
said
a joke,
sandwich
right?
mirror time. I think they were going for the gentleman's one sandage.
We don't need to say what's happening. We can just do it. Oh
Yep.
dear.
I'm trying to get them to pick Fire Mountain because I am just that awesome.
I'd like to see it. It's normally banned.
So they're gonna take double one sandage.
Where they're going.
I don't know, but King Bean obviously knows.
Did they say? They didn't.
He, they must have come to a gentleman's agreement
Is it
beforehand.
Abyss? Oh dear. Is it Abyss?
No, they someone banned Abyss.
But still, if they gentlemen, would that
Yeah,
matter?
maybe. I don't know.
Where else would you use one?
Yeah, Nfro banned Abyss. Well, I was talking about allowing AI, so maybe one of the Vengeance races? Maybe one of the Uvo races?
The Uvo.
Are they going for... Is that Boonta Classic?
What is this?
Oh no! Are they gonna go for it?
What are you guys doing? It is the Boonta Classic.
Boonta Classic one sandage mirror.
I'm sorry, mate. This is
Uh-oh.
outside of the extent of my game knowledge.
So for those kids watching at home who don't know about Juan Sandage, he's the slowest pod in the game when you have full upgrades, and I think also when you have no upgrades too. I've never seen him hit above 900 when boosting, which is
That's
terrible.
terrible. That's so bad.
I
That's so
mean,
bad.
if you're sloping down or on one of those conveyor belts, maybe, but he's basically only useful in one particular situation, which is the Abyss skip, because he floats higher than any other pod in the game. He has a hover height of 7, I think. Something
Yeah,
like
he
that.
can
It's some
get
absurd
up there
number.
real quick, so he can do the Abyss 3-lap really easily.
Yeah. Perfect shortcut out of King Bean and out of Nfro, although he takes it slightly shorter.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't go right. You gotta leverage that one advantage, you know.
Yeah. When you're at full upgrades, all pods have approximately the same speed when they're not boosting, which is around 650
Yeah.
arbitrary speed units.
The differences are mainly in acceleration and how much bonus you get from the boost.
Yep, the boost thrust. Which, Juan Sandage, I think it's what, 180? It's not good.
I can have a check.
Yeah. In theory, with no upgrades, he gets up to about 660 max while boosting. Unless you're sloping or on a special terrain that moves you faster.
Yeah.
And yeah, look at that King Bean crossing the 800 barrier. Whoa!
Yeah,
But
Podracer 480.
he won't even break 900 there.
It's not possible, I think, with mine.
No, I don't think it is, because on a straightaway with normal terrain, his maximum is 830.
Yeah.
So breaking 900 would take a very serious downslope.
If he was in a tube,
Oh! And
Or on a
Nfro crashes
conveyor.
into the data crawler.
He'd be able to break now.
They're not even gonna get the sub 2-minute first lap. That's. Oh no, he might actually. He might. Kingbean's gonna get it. Nfro
Yeah,
might
to
not.
be fair, it can be a bit difficult if you're doing it slow.
155. I think One Sandwich also, at least he cools kinda quickly. He's not terrible at cooling. About a 10-second lead here for Kingbean. But that can be very easily made up. Nfro not able to hit the boost through the shortcut. That's going to lose quite a few seconds. Kingbean dies, though. That's going to lose quite a few seconds.
I'm just in awe, like, why
Oh,
is
Nfro!
why is King Bean Dip like actually proficient with this character on this track?
I think he practiced it. I don't know. I've been seeing some people in one part of the Discord. They've been doing no upgrades Bulls Ruer on this track.
What do you do?
Which, I mean, I want to do that so badly. Because it looks like a lot of fun, but...
Well, I guess it stands to reason. It seems premeditated. What we're
yeah.
watching.
And
Oh,
King
another
Bean
death.
dies. Nfro might actually, he won't take the lead there, but he will. He will make up quite a bit of
Catch up
ground.
a bit. King Bean Dip's just dropping these 5 seconds everywhere.
Yeah. If Nfro can stay deathless, I know, easier said than done when you're using Juan Sandage on the Boots
Yeah,
Classic.
no, I mean,
But
regardless of the character, this stage just likes to kill you.
yeah, there's so many dumb ways to die.
Yeah, you could take a fire, lose your control, and just hit a wall.
Yep. There's too many random rocks just sticking out. There's that arches area. It's so easy to clip one of those with your engine. And then just to cap the whole thing off, the ending of the lap is just like Boonta training course with all those rocks that don't kill
Yeah.
you, but just remove your boost like the little
There is a
jerks they
tiny
are.
one. There is a tiny one that I've hit. It just kills you. I don't know if it kills you on training course, but like, it's right next to the first big one.
Yeah, the first big one just doesn't know what hitboxes are.
It's like, oh, I can see you. Well,
Yep, if you pass anywhere nearby to it, it will break.
yeah, there's one like right next to it. If you try and dodge the big one in a certain angle, you'll clip the side of it and just die.
Mm. This is just mesmerizing to watch. 2 red engines for Nfro. And Juan Sandage has a horrible repair rate.
Oh dear. You should have just left them
So,
both, right?
yeah. The thing is, you would think they would balance out because when you have a red engine, you start to pull in that direction and turn in that direction. So you'd think if they were both red, your turning would be normal. But no, it makes it so that you basically can't turn at all. And yeah, it's just brutal.
Still, in a situation where you have a bad repair rate and you'll lose speed.
Juan Sandage has a bad everything rate.
This is true. Yeah, see, this time he's just dealing with it.
Mm. But I think it's hilarious because the overwhelming majority of the pods in this game don't have any uses for speedrunning. Like, for IL times, where there's no pod bans.
Yeah, it's just banned.
But Juan Sandage is one of the ones that has a very situational use. Like, there is justice in the universe. And a sub 6 coming out of King Bean.
Sub 6 is pretty good.
Nfro, unfortunately not gonna be so lucky.
Well, it's...
And
it's
that's...
retribution. Pick it
Yeah,
let's just say.
that's gonna be it. 35 minutes.
Yeah, King Bean did with 2 deaths. That's better than the average on a real pod.
Alright, we might be getting them in the voice chat here. So, let's see what they have to say.
Hello.
There's King
I
Bean.
I have questions.
Yes.
The
There's
first one is why.
Why sandwich?
There we go. Now I
Yes.
can hear you guys.
Why sandwich on the one of the longest and hardest tracks?
Because we felt like it.
Which,
That's literally
that
it.
was the joint decision.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I mean, we both, going in, I think we both knew roughly how that match would go.
Yeah, well, I mean, kingbeandip was looking real clean the whole time.
Yeah. I wasn't playing my best. Like, I was 7 seconds off PB on that first track.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Our PBs were within a tenth of a second of each other going into it for Aqualaris Classic.
Well,
That's crazy.
Kingpin set a PB there, I believe.
Yeah, I know. By, what, a
Yep.
full 2/10?
By a tenth of a second, I think.
Okay.
Hey, Kingpin, you want a high five? Because you're both in the I set my PB in Aqualaris Classic during a match.
Hey, I got a... My lap 3 was a flat PB.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also,
Yeah.
did you practice... How much did you practice one on Bunta?
Dude, he looked like he'd been only playing it for
That
like a day.
Probably
there was
about
some
10
practice
times.
there.
Yeah, I think I'd done 4 or 5 runs of it. That was about average for what I'd done.
Weird pod to get used to.
Yes,
He's so
seriously.
bouncy.
He doesn't slide.
He doesn't.
I was trying it out with an R20. It didn't feel any different.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
But it's also like you also played just from that time. You played really damn well on Doug Derby.
Yeah, I did practice that a few times. I was
That's
like, I wonder if
amazing.
Nfro will pick this, and you did.
Seriously?
Mhm.
I was picking that, trying to bait you into a Mars, thinking I could be
I'm
cleaner
really
on Bullseye there than you could on Mars.
banned Ben because I cannot do that track with Ben.
Yeah. I mean, I know your go-to backup from what I've seen is Mars or Bowls, and Bowls is better, or Mars is better than Bowls there.
Yeah.
Did my victory lap driver just crash into the sandcrawler?
Probably.
Whatever.
That'd be funny.
I think it did.
We're about to see it.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
Doug Derby was amazing.
That was a fun course.
Doug Derby's great.
Almost never gets picked.
Yeah,
I'm glad
Yeah,
they
it's
did.
really
because
should.
Yeah.
it's
It's a
kind of
good course.
infuriating.
It
Yeah.
really isn't that bad if you play Bullseye on it.
Yeah, but I want to play bowls on it.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Oh, he did hit it. Yeah, but
Oh,
like,
that's good.
King, did you even hit a wall? Like, I don't remember.
I mean, to get a what was it, low 240?
Yeah, it
Let's
was.
scroll up. I think that was a low 240.
Excellent time.
It was real good.
Yeah, we were actually really close on a couple of those. Damn.
We still
We
need someone to
were.
pick Team Toe. That's right.
I'm
Idiot
not
Gamer
doing it.
99 in the chat. I'm
Toe has still not
I'm
been
gonna
banned or
ban
picked.
Team Toe. I'm banning a bunch of exotic pods, and I have not,
Yeah.
in fact, banned Team Toe yet. I've banned pretty much everybody else.
Yeah.
There's a list of
Odie.
pods that have not been banned.
Oh yeah.
I think Fud Sang maybe has been.
I think he has.
Man, I mean, there were 3 tracks we were within like 6 seconds on.
Yeah, a couple
Like
of like
the first
Yeah.
4 were all decently close.
Yeah, most of the
They were.
tracks were like a death apart.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It was closer than the 5-0
Yeah.
scoreline makes it appear.
That
Hopefully
is certainly
makes you
true
feel
of
better.
Ace's match with Mikey.
Yeah, a lot of these are much
Mhm.
closer than the scoreline. If I
Yeah,
cleaned it
Ace
up a little
versus
bit, I
Mikey
might have
was
had a shot.
super close, even though it's 5-1.
Yeah. I mean, they were within a second on. They were within 3 seconds on 5 of those 6.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a fun match though.
Crazy.
Oh, it was.
really good to watch.
This round
I'm
has
really
had a
glad.
lot of excellent races.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I got to play the Sandwich Boy on Bunta Classic.
I regret making that decision, by the way.
Welcome.
Oh, Thanks.
Well, when you're down 4-0, you know, you
Oh
might as
yeah.
well.
I mean, we decided in advance. Match point. The first match point's gonna be that.
Mhm.
May as well have some fun, right?
Would you have
Yeah.
decided to do that if it was like 4-3?
I was gonna stand by it.
You would have stand by it, yeah.
All right. Well,
You can't back down from that.
I guess fun is more important than winning in, in this case. It's the Swiss.
Well, you can't back down from a gentleman's like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have backed down if it was me.
I will.
Well, you're a coward.
Based on what some of the people in the Discord are doing, I would be willing to do no upgrade Bulls Ruhr on Bunta Classic if anyone wants to gentleman's that with me.
Well, that would be
You
epic.
better hope
We
you
need to see
don't
that.
play. You better hope you don't play Metallica if that's an option.
Who
They can
Actually,
run
I
that.
might. Isn't Metallica 2-2 as well?
Yeah,
Metallica's 3-1. I don't have to play
3-1.
Metallica.
Okay.
Haha.
Yeah.
Who is the no upgrades pick for like ILs?
Bowls.
Probably
Oh, it is
Bulls
Bulls?
in
Bowls
most
on almost all of
cases.
them.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
he's
I mean-
fast.
For Bunta Classic specifically.
I'd probably
Still
go with
Bulls?
Bullseye in that case.
No. If Bowls is driven cleanly, he dominates Bullseye there.
So it's like with upgrades.
Hmm
Yeah,
Bullseye's
exactly.
easy.
Yeah, Ben cools a bit slow for
With no upgrades, yeah.
no upgrades.
Fair
Bulls no upgrades is just so much fun. I should do a semi-pro no upgrades run just for that.
Yeah.
I should do more circuit runs in general. I just don't have the time.
Yeah, once
I
you
say
do,
that and then I
from-
do Vengeance for an hour.
I was about to say, that's three, that's 2 amateur circuit no upgrades runs.
Hmm Yeah, that's like 25 minutes, right?
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. My PB's 24:43.
hmm Yeah, EB is good with no upgrades. The best of the starting racers that you get.
Yep.
Man, I remember
However,
back in the day of October when I started, you would no upgrades on any percent. You would use EB all the way through. No toy
Yeah.
dampener, no Mahonic. No, use EB all the way through. And Bunta Classic was like the most tense thing ever because if you died more than like 4 times, the AI would beat you.
Yeah. Yeah, no upgrades runs have gotten completely revamped in the
Oh,
last
I
6
remember
months.
when Renegade did his amateur circuit run and used Beto on Vengeance and got the 420 and got the world record, and it was amazing. That was great.
And now the world record run has a 4:16 Vengeance.
Jeez. And
Yeah.
I thought that was a beautiful Vengeance from Renegade too.
Yeah, I mean, a deathless Vengeance is almost guaranteed to be a
But
420.
yeah, with no upgrades Beto. On what, 60 FPS I think it was? So yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah, I mean, 60 FPS is what that run is done on.
Hmm Yeah, for circuit runs you don't want to be tabbing out to switch.
No. It's also 60 FPS without being modified by an outside program, just by using VSync, is the fastest load times you can get.
Hmm
Alright.
I don't even know if that would work for me because I have a 144 monitor. I don't think VSync would. It would try to snap it to 144 maximum instead of 60.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I need sleep tonight. It's midnight.
Yeah, I need sleep too. I've had a long day.
This was fun, though.
Yeah, it was.
Thanks, guys, for commentating.
Yeah, seriously. We pulled these guys in at the very last minute.
Literally, I had just gotten home. I got home an hour ago. So yeah, all right. Thanks, Gale Force, for helping me out.
Alright,
Thanks to the
for helping me
runners for
out.
being awesome, and thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting.
Thanks
And
for the good show.
thanks, Mom, for
it was
bringing
good
me
to
into this
watch.
world. All that jazz. All right,
Alright.
so
Alrighty.
see you guys later. Oh yeah, I have to plug the next race, right? We got a race tomorrow, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Magius versus Mystery Liquid. So check that
We
out.
do.
Yeah, apparently it just
And
got scheduled.
Mine still don't know what's happening with it.
Yeah,
yeah.
against Sire.
Maybe today.
Maybe do it right now.
It's really up to Sire, basically.
Sire's up right now, I think. He's online. So.
Alright,
You
well,
should do it right now. I could
let's back-
commentate.
Yeah,
Yeah, do it
let's,
right now.
let's
Make
cut
Nfro
this.
commentate.
We're
I'd be
done.
down. I'd be down.
Well,
Alright.
GG.
We're done with our match. GG, guys.
Yep, GG everyone.
Jeez, guys.
Thanks for hosting, and Yeah, see you later.